Hi, everybody. It is just about midnight, October 16, so it will soon be the 17th. So, you guys up north, northeast, did you get a nor'easter, which was supposed to start this afternoon, Wednesday afternoon? Well, apparently this 10:52 p.m. posted on CBS News, powerful nor'easter threatens more than 60 million Americans. From what I've heard from the comments left below, you guys really didn't get much of anything. That doesn't mean that you won't. But what they have been saying about this nor'easter is really it's unconscionable, to say the least, that they put out these broadcasts that are so dramatic and state that you're threatened and, well, it's coming at you. Oh, by the way, thank you for answering my question in the video that I posted yesterday about nor'easters, yeah, blizzards, and lots of snow. Not rain. I only got one person who left a comment saying, nor'easters, they're always about rain. Always rain. Really? Well, you're alone in that. No, it's snow. So, did you know that we had a nor'easter up north last weekend, too? Yeah, I'll get to that. Okay. So, let's just listen to a little bit of this broadcast. 60 million people are threatened.
And more than 60 million Americans are in the path of a dangerous nor'easter hitting tonight. About 8.5 million could get the worst of it. Torrential rain and powerful gusts. Meteorologist Jeff Baradelli is right in the middle of it. Jeff, I understand the storm is moving quite fast.
It's moving really fast, and this is going to be a record-breaking storm. It's really early in the season for this to happen. Let's show you the radar. First of all, we are saturated. New Jersey, New York, into Connecticut, and all this heavy rain is moving very quickly to the north and east. Let me tell you why this is going to be such a strong storm. We have one storm in the Great Lakes. We have another storm making its way up the eastern seaboard. These two are merging into what is going to be a historic and record-breaking storm in terms of pressure. This is going to be the lowest pressure that we've seen in...
Okay, no, I'm sorry. That storm making its way up the eastern seaboard, whatever he said, I don't know. That's just not true. It's not true. He's lying. That storm that I showed last night in the video that I posted, well, it pretty much just went away. There was no storm coming up. This is an entirely manufactured storm. Manufactured. All right, this was today at 12:43 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wow. Now, that, well, has signatures that I've just never seen before. Okay. The storm last night that's in that video that I posted, this is entirely new. This right here is entirely new, but it's taking on the same kind of rectangle shape. So here is your nor'easter, and it looked pretty funky, but you sure can see the frequencies right here. You see that very defined line, but wow, you got something, you got pretty heavy frequencies in this. You can see them right here at the periphery. Powerful microwaves. All right. The clouds certainly showed some magnificent air masses moving every which way. Every which way. Okie dokie. Well, you have, look at what's happening here. You've got an air mass over this. Okay, you see these faint clouds going to the east. Wait a second. See the faint clouds going to the east? You got clouds coming down south. You got this going up north. And you got this converging. Yes, they can do a whole lot with frequencies. Okay, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts. Wow, okay. So, you got an awful lot of microwaves here. And you have, I'm going to say, this is either microwaves or the sawtooth frequency that I've mentioned before. But you have, again, air masses going every which way, east and west. That's why, you can't take lightly weather anymore, and you can't just like shrug off, these just inane, insane meteorologists on mainstream media. When you look at all of the instability, the chaos that they are creating in the atmosphere, inadvertently they can cause an awful lot of damage. But if you notice, these air masses are really just, well, the frequencies right on this cloud this thick layer of cloud are rippling right through this. You can see all of the lines. But this is churning around. This whole thing is, the whole thing is manufactured. Look at this. This is Texas. Okay. Again, you have this going west. You have northeast right up here. But you notice something kind of weird? Right here, you have this flying out of it, which I guess is a cloud. This is not, do you see the microwaves also? Right here, right smack in your face. Microwaves. Now, when they say that it's happening quickly, that it's coming in fast, that's because of frequencies. They are blasting these with frequencies, and they are moving very fast. The speed of the clouds are really pretty intense, but what is happening here? I do not know. But you see the frequencies, and you see this break in the cloud, and this thing shoots out from it. All right. Very strange things that we are seeing on radar, on satellite. So, yeah, it did not come up from the east. This whole thing was created. The whole thing was created. As is this. Now, this is a different weather front than the weather front that I showed in my video last night. But do you see the plasma being created by our mini HARP stations called Doppler radar? All right, so that was at 12:43 p.m. this afternoon. And let's just go back. Okay, see? This was last night. This was last night. This did not go up the East Coast, along the coast. It just didn't. The guy is lying through his teeth. But this all, it just, well, evaporated. And that new line was developed. This is all, our weather is completely controlled by man. Artificial intelligence. All right, so I hope that everybody stays safe. I hope that you don't have to deal, with a lot of flash flooding. I keep forgetting that this is rain because it's a nor'easter and it shouldn't be rain. It should be snow. They did say in the high elevations you'll get snow, but now they're watching a storm in the Gulf of Mexico. Really? Great. Okay. So, a Gulf tropical depression or storm may develop from a Central American gyre and soak the southeast this weekend. Is that the correct pronunciation of that word? I don't know. But yes. Okay, they're manufacturing another storm. It may form. What? It may form? They don't know if it's going to form. So they're already claiming that this may form. What may form? What may form? All right. This down here may form. Do you see all of the Doppler radar in line along the Gulf Coast, right on into the Atlantic? Doppler radar is blasting away much earlier these days. Okay, so I guess this is the storm, which seems to be, I don't know what is going on down here. It very quickly kind of evaporates, creates this band. You see this extremely low frequency is targeting this band. So whatever it's doing, it seems to be, well, that instability that they create, it seems to be this, it's kind of collapsing into itself. So on College of DuPage, we have, let me just take you to the satellite. Oh, wow. Okay, then. They're going to be developing quite a storm. And you got the superheating taking place out in the Gulf. The high frequency heating, high frequencies sent into the ionosphere, pushes it up. When they release the frequencies, when they release the power, then it just comes right on back down to Earth as an extremely low frequency. And yes, they can create cyclones, and they can create earthquakes, and they can create a whole lot of damage. All right, so they're going to be manufacturing something, obviously. You see it right here. It's not on radar, not the National High Resolution Reflectivity Composite Loop out of University of Michigan, I think. All right. It ain't there. But it is on College of DuPage. Let's go to radar. Nope. Not there. Okay, so this little thing down here, let's see if we can get a local on it. Yep. Wow. Extremely low frequencies. Is this Corpus Christi? Or Brown? I can't remember the name of the town. Yeah, this, by the way, is the nanotechnology. These little dots of precipitation being manufactured. But as you can see the extremely low frequencies, but you can also see a force. It's almost, there's a push down on top of what appears to be precipitation, but I don't believe it is. That's coming from Doppler radar. But you can see a force in this, and they're literally, it's like frequencies on top of frequencies. None of this is good. None of this is good. So let's go to our nor'easter. Can you see how weird this thing is? Even at this distance? Okay. Come on. Wow. Alrighty. Sawtooth frequencies, high frequencies, extremely low frequencies that are, well, coming out of Maine, Portland, Maine. And they sure are blasting this away with sustained frequencies, extremely low frequencies. But the extremely low frequencies are also, you can see them up here, which is now into Canada. You can see the frequencies right down here. But these are very powerful, extremely low frequencies that are shooting out from Portland, Maine into New Hampshire, into the Atlantic. And oh yes, that storm came up from the east, the southeast, and yeah, man, what we listened to. Unbelievable. It's truly, yeah, look at all of these extremely low frequencies, and that's coming out of Binghamton, Vermont. Yep, manufactured. I just hope that all of you, remain safe. Look at these extremely low frequencies that are crossing each other. Wow. Yep. Fired up. My God, and these meteorologists, they see this. They see this. And then they just, how do you just continue to lie and lie and lie and lie throughout, like, your life? How do these people do this? Well, they do it. They sure do it. Let me know, guys, if you're really experiencing really bad weather. It's extremely low frequencies right here. That the extremely low frequencies are the very long defined lines, but you can also see the microwaves right down here, that ripple effect. I want to just look at this. So we are not just seeing it's almost like right out of Doppler radar, right above the radar station. It looks like it's producing precipitation. So all of you in the panhandle of Florida and Georgia and Alabama, Mississippi, Florida, look at these extremely low frequencies. Are you getting any rain? I bet a lot of you are not. Okay, so we're seeing, this is very, very different from what we have usually seen on radar. We see the extremely low frequencies, but we are also seeing like I don't want to say a shock wave, but there's a wave coming down. They're creating just tremendous instability in the atmosphere. Now, there are articles, do the research, atmospheric collapse. Don't be surprised if that atmosphere collapses. Now, we've got a psychopathic military that doesn't care at all about anything. They're just ripping everything apart, ripping molecules, electron, proton, whatever. They're just ripping it all apart. Stripping. Look at this. Yeah, there's a real blast right here. My God. Yeah, not good. And not good for all life. Not good for your life, my life, because all of this affects all of us. And look at this unbelievable pulse. Wow. So that's, oh God, I don't even want to look at that. That is a powerful pulse. And this, I believe this is the Dallas area. So it's east of Dallas. Wow. They have upped their game. And we all have to suffer the consequences of it. Yeah. All right. You have extremely low frequencies with very powerful microwaves, as you can see right here. The ripples. All of these ripples. So you have frequencies that are just colliding with one another, and it is creating, well, look at this. Now, it's not raining here, and I'm in Anderson, South Carolina. It is not raining here at all. Now, looking at this, you would think that there's precipitation. There is none. This is really... We're seeing more frequencies than we have ever seen, ever. And you know, I wonder what it's doing. I wonder what it's doing to all life. I have to say, lately I've been feeling really not myself, very kind of a bizarre, it's a weird dizziness or something. My sleeping is absolutely horrible. More headaches and brain stuff, you know, like very hard to concentrate, to focus, to organize, and vision is deteriorating rapidly. This is incredible. I have never seen this. I have never seen this. You know, and I think all of you that have been watching my videos on radar, you would agree. You too. This is not anything that I've ever shown before. All of these microwaves with the extremely low frequencies. We're screwed. We are really screwed. All right, guys. I really want to hear from you up north. I hope that you're doing okay. Let me just go through quickly some articles. San Francisco shaken by dozens of earthquakes. This was just posted yesterday. So you had a 4.5 in the Bay Area Monday, followed by 24 aftershocks. Then USGS said there's a 2% chance of one or more shocks larger than 4.5 over the next week. So what happened? That 2% became a reality. Short while later, San Francisco Bay Area was hit by a 4.7. So you had a 4.5, a 4.7, and dozens of aftershocks. And seismologist Lucy Jones insisted that the two large quakes were not related. They were in the same area, and they were around the same time. Okay, but, all right. According to Dr. Lucy Jones, a Southern California seismologist, Tuesday's quake not connected to Monday's quake. Okay. Behavior of earthquakes remains a great mystery. It remains a great mystery for our top scientists. Oh, wow. Great mystery, but no one will look at what the military is doing. No one will look at those extremely low frequencies that can cause earthquakes. Yes, let's ignore that. Let's just ignore it. Never, never do we ever look at what the military is doing with electromagnetic frequencies. But here, good news. UC Berkeley and Cal OES, I don't know what the OES is, emergency services, I don't know. UC Berkeley to launch nation's first statewide earthquake early warning system. Thursday. It's coming to you on the 30th anniversary of the deadly Loma Prieta earthquake. It's an early warning system. But listen, how are they getting that early warning? Sensors. Sensors. So, they've dumped sensors all over. And if those sensors begin to pick up some activity down below, you'll get a warning. And it's this, listen to this language. California earthquake early warning system will marry a new smartphone application with traditional alert and warning delivery methods such as a wireless emergency alert. The system uses ground motion sensors from across the state to detect earthquakes before humans can feel them and will notify Californians so that they can drop cover and hold on in advance. Are you kidding? Drop cover and hold on in advance? Are you going to drop cover and hold on when you get that warning? Like when you're sipping your Starbucks coffee, you get the warning, you're going to drop cover and hold on? Have we really become this infantile? Okay. Hundreds of birds crash into NASCAR Hall of Fame building. I hate these. Look at this. All right, let's hear what they're saying.
Into the NASCAR in reference to an old movie called The Birds for you kids out there, but some real-life birds crashed into the NASCAR Hall of Fame, and a lot of them died.
So what caused the birds to do this? Channel 9's Gina Esposito talked to experts to find out why and how they are now helping the birds that survived recover.
It's not uncommon to see one bird fly into a window, but it is unusual to see so many at one time. With so many lives at risk, this rescue group is doing the best they can to save them.
That's a lot of birds. Yeah, obviously don't let them hit you. There's something wrong with them.
It's a bizarre and sad sight. Shocking cell phone video shows hundreds of birds flying into the NASCAR Hall of Fame last night. It went on for an hour before help arrived.
He was just stunned. Yeah, so he was just confused. He couldn't fly. He was in pain, some inflammation. So they're just taking anti-inflammatories and just making sure that they don't dehydrate and they don't die.
Maria Brenes is holding one of more than 200 birds. Volunteers at the Carolina Waterfowl are trying to heal. Unfortunately, another 100 didn't make it.
It's usually head trauma, so that means they cannot see very well.
Brenes said the other half that survived are being treated for broken wings and fractured. While they recover, staff has to feed them every 30 minutes. It's a huge feat and an uncommon one. They've never had this many birds at once. Staff believes something must have disturbed their resting area last night, forcing the birds to move like one big family. They followed the light to the NASCAR Hall of Fame.
If something startled them or if they started flying in one direction, all the other ones are going to follow. So once they started hitting the window, the others that were behind them started hitting the window too.
While it is migration season, Brenes doesn't think that was a factor because this type of bird only migrates during the day. When many of those birds are fully healed, I'm told that a staff member will try to reunite them with another colony in this area. For those with real serious injuries, I'm told they may have to stay here through the winter because they'll miss their migration. Back to you.
You know what? I so am ready to curse, but we're never going to look at the frequencies. We're just going to ignore it. We're going to ignore the saturation of very dangerous frequencies? Something disturbed them? Gee, we don't know what it is. Are you... All right, we're just gonna kill off a whole lot of life so that we can stare at our cell phones. Stare at our cell phones. Yeah, I get really... I can't believe this, you know? What did you see? What are you seeing here? What are you seeing? You know, am I... Those birds could have been hit with a microwave. That's the disturbance. Oh, and confusion? How many of you are experiencing confusion? Because I am. Over, you know, little things. These frequencies affect our brains. What do you think these frequencies are doing to the brains of little birds? All right. And you had another fire. Crockett fuel facility contained. The massive fire was contained. The shelter in place was lifted. And the shelter in place, and this took place in, was it Northern California? Jet fuel. Okay, so explosion of jet fuel tanks, and it was Crockett, Rodeo, and Hercules. The shelter in place. They said, go inside, shut windows, don't have a fan or any heating or air conditioning on, and tape up cracks and put, you know, towels down so that none of the hazardous materials could get in there, could get into your home. And then when they, here, cracks around doors and windows, tape it up or put damp towels down, remain indoors until further instruction. And once that shelter in place was lifted, county health officials advised people in the affected areas to air out their homes by opening windows. Does that make sense? Just in case, I don't know, some of the fumes got into your home, so then you air it out, but you were told to seal up your home. We're seeing this kind of, these explosions happening all over the country. And yeah, I had a whole other I'll do it. New Orleans, water main break. Long Island, weekend nor'easter, October 11th. You had a nor'easter, Long Island? Okay, I guess so. The worst flooding since Superstorm Sandy. You guys on Long Island, let me know. But apparently, well, nor'easter, whipping up powerful waves for a second night on Long Island. And people were saying that they hadn't seen that kind of flooding since Sandy. Disrupted business, yeah, loss, financial loss. Firefighters actually had to rescue a wedding party from floodwaters on Long Island. Sayville. Fire Island, flooded. Sayville, Bayshore. Okay. There's also flooding in Alexandria, Virginia, that took place, but nobody knows why. Nobody knows why. everybody was really
That
surprised.
Much more from today's big game, including a look for taking over Old Town. What should have been a fun night out for many people turned into a soggy Saturday. But this flooding isn't caused by any rain. Tidal flooding is the problem. Our Tom Rousey is there live right now with why many people say that they are used to flooding, but not like this time.
Not like this because it didn't rain. It didn't rain. Do you think the storm drains, the drains, were closed? Okay. Why all the coastal flooding in Maryland lately? There was a tropical storm, Melissa. So we had a nor'easter last weekend. We're having a nor'easter this weekend or this week. We had tropical storm Melissa flooding the coast, Maryland. We're having flooding, which everybody was like very shocked because there was no rain. Okay, and we have an awful lot of water main breaks all over the country. Monroe, Detroit, the city of Monroe, a large water main break, and that was October 15. This was just posted yesterday. This was on October 12th. So you got to boil the water. Was there any flooding of businesses or homes due to that water main break? Because, well, a water main break, Five Forks businesses, this is South Carolina, water main breaks affected 3 towns in South Carolina. When was this? This was posted August 24. Okay, this was a different water main break than another water main break that took place in South Carolina. Yes, this one was October 9. Another water main break. Rock Hill water main break causing headaches. Forced restaurants and some schools to close early, street closures during the evening commute, and it was affecting 3 towns in South Carolina. Do you know how many water main breaks are going on in our country? Or North America? Wow. Wow. Okay. It's the water main breaks counting. Broken water mains, 874 so far today. Okie dokie. Well, I guess we're not doing anything with our infrastructure. It's just, it's not just flooding and it's not just fires. They're using everything that they have on hand to disrupt, to inconvenience, to destroy the whole country. My God. So yeah, we're in trouble. All right, I'll link below to everything. You guys up north, stay safe. Let us know how you're doing. Stay safe, everybody.